When we watch K-dramas, it's easy to believe that the actors we fall in love with on screen are exactly like the characters they play. The sweet boyfriend, the innocent heroine, the kind doctor, it all feels so real that we forget it's just a performance. But behind the cameras, the truth can be very different. Some of the most beloved stars have shown dark sides in real life, while others who play hated villains turn out to be the kindest people you could ever meet. Today, you're going to see 7 shocking times when Korean actors acted completely different off-screen than on-screen. And trust me, the last one is the most controversial of all. Stay with me until the end, because this is a side of Korean entertainment you've probably never seen before. Let's begin with Soo Jan. On screen, he always looked like the good guy. In Uncontrollably Fond, he was the tender younger brother, and in Hospital Ship, he was a caring doctor that inspired trust. Fans thought he was just as gentle in real life. But in 2018, everything changed. After a night of drinking, he was accused of harassing a fellow celebrity and even threatening her when she rejected him. The police were called, and when they arrived, he was aggressive not only to her but also to the officers. The case went to trial. He admitted guilt, and his career collapsed overnight. The kind image that fans had believed in was replaced with one of scandal and violence. It was one of the clearest reminders that what we see on screen is often very far from reality. Next comes Nam Joo-hyuk, for many. He was the dream boyfriend in 25-21, mature, sensitive, and understanding. The drama was a global hit, and fans thought he was the perfect gentleman in real life too. But in 2022, a classmate came forward with shocking claims, accusing him of bullying for years during school. Stories of insults, humiliation, and even physical assaults shook fans deeply. Photos were released as proof, and soon more alleged classmates joined in with similar accusations. His agency tried to calm the situation, but the damage was already done. The public was divided, with some defending him and others calling him a hypocrite. For fans who had just adored his drama role, it felt like a betrayal. Kim Tae-ri, who also starred in 25-21, faced her own controversy. On screen, her character was the definition of innocence and determination, but in 2022, she appeared on lists of actresses with the worst personality after several reports of rude and impatient behavior during interviews. Journalists claimed she doodled while being asked serious questions and even criticized a director harshly in public. The image of the sweet and humble actress took a heavy blow. Some defended her, saying she was simply misunderstood. But the gap between her inspiring role and the cold personality described off-screen shocked many fans. Then there's Kang Ji-won. For years, he was seen as a reliable and respectable actor. But in 2019, the mask fell. He was arrested for sexually assaulting 2 female employees after a night of drinking at his home. The case gained massive media attention, and once he admitted part of the accusations, his career was destroyed almost instantly. The difference between the gentleman he played on screen and his behavior in real life was too much for the public to accept. But not every story is negative. Take Lim Ji-yoon, for example. She played one of the most hated villains in The Glory, so convincing that people thought she must be cruel in real life too. But behind the scenes, she was described as kind, funny, and supportive of her colleagues. Fans and even her school friends were surprised by how different she really was. This contrast actually strengthened her career, proving her talent as an actress. Lee Byung-han is another example. Known for his elegance and serious image, he was considered nearly flawless. But in 2014, he was caught up in a blackmail scandal with 2 models who threatened to expose private conversations. Even though he was the victim, the controversy still damaged his image and raised questions about his personal life. His career survived, but his aura of perfection was never quite the same. And finally, the most controversial case: Lee Jong-hyun, once admired as a polite, clean-cut star and a member of CN Blue. His reputation collapsed in 2019 when his name was linked to the infamous Burning Sun scandal. He was exposed as part of private chat rooms that contained degrading comments about women and inappropriate conversations. Fans were devastated. The actor, who had always played romantic and sweet roles on screen, was revealed to be part of one of the darkest scandals in Korean entertainment. His career ended in disgrace, and his name remains tied to that scandal to this day. These stories prove one thing: the actors we see on screen are not always the same people behind the cameras. Sometimes the sweetest characters hide troubled realities, while villains can turn out to be the nicest people in real life. The line between fiction and reality is much thinner than we think. So, which of these stories shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like this video, share it, and watch until the end, because more stories like these are coming your way.